Hi, everyone, and hope all is well. A warm greeting to everyone, and I am calling you. I'm here in the Algarve in Portugal. So it's very exciting, but it's night time now, so you can't see through the window to the lovely view that there is over the bay, but it's wonderful to see everyone. Thank you very, very much for joining us. So my name is James Sanderson, and I am your host this evening because Zara, unfortunately, is busy with a family commitment that she's got to fulfill. But I was going to thank her tremendously and congratulate her for her incredible success at the DSA Awards on Friday. So she was a winner, and I think you probably saw on Facebook that a number of other people from Juice Plus were winners as well. So it's extremely heartening and encouraging to see us leading from the front as a company, showing the way for so many other companies, and really setting the pace in terms of the future of our industry, which is getting more and more exciting all the time. Let me just tell you what's happening this evening. We've got 30 minutes of a super packed program, and we're going to start off with a presentation of our wonderful Juice Plus products from Paula, and then we're going to hear from Catherine, who's got a story for us about a product. Then we're going to go to Howard, who's going to present the business side to us, and then we're going to have a special guest, Charlotte Key, who is an EMD Club 75, so that means she's very successful with our business, and she's going to be sharing her story and also how she got started. So everyone, let's get excited. We've got 30 minutes, a packed program for you, and we're ready to roll. So I'm going to hand straight over to the wonderful Paula, and just a moment, and I'll do that right now. I get the right buttons and everything rolling, and here we are. So Paula, a very, very warm welcome to you.
Hi, James, and thank you very much. And thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. I hope you're all well. So as James said, my name's Paula, and I'm going to give you a very, very quick overview of our amazing Juice Plus products, and just try and put in a nutshell how amazing they are and the health benefits and what makes them unique. So basically, Juice Plus products they're unique because they are the world's most researched nutritional products. They've got over 40 gold standard clinical studies, which are basically the best clinical studies that you can get in the world. And they are worldwide studies, and they are showing that how outstanding the health benefits are. So basically, we all know that the more fruits and vegetables we eat and the more plants we have in our diet, the healthier we are. And with what's been happening in the world over the last couple of years, everyone's more aware that eating healthy, immune health, and all that kind of thing. And what we put in our body is basically how healthy what we are eating and what we should be eating to be healthier. So it's just helping us get that extra nutrition. So they're not vitamins, they're whole food products, that they're made from real fruits and vegetables, real food. So our body recognizes them, they get absorbed by the body, all the nutrition. And I'll go through some of our main products. We've got you can see here in the picture, the little bottles there in the fruits and vegetables, because that's exactly what they are. The bottles there are fruits and vegetables and berries in capsules. So you're getting 30 fruits and vegetables and berries every single day into your diet. So the more variety that you have, the better, because you're getting the nutrition from every single one of the 30. So you're packing your body full of key nutrients and antioxidants and all those things that help to keep us healthy, every single cell of our body. You only have to go and Google, the health benefits of broccoli, the health benefits of apples. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. We all know that one. The health benefits of spinach, and that's what you're getting every single day. So it's just an absolute genius way of making sure that we just bridge that gap. So as well as adults being able to enjoy the health benefits from our products. We've got our amazing Healthy Starts for Families program, and basically buy the products that I've just been talking about, the premium capsules, fruits and vegetables, and berries in capsules, and you get absolutely free for a child or teenager either chewables or the capsules, depending on their age and what you choose. We've had over 1.5 million families worldwide taking part in this program, with a staggering 96% showing positive health benefits. So, I mean, you know, what better way to just make sure that we're getting the key nutrients into our children. We all know how hard it is to get fruits and vegetables in our children, particularly leafy greens and vegetables and all those things that are packed with all the nutrients. And so this is just a perfect way, especially with the chewables. They think they're eating sweets, but they're actually getting all of, you know, what they need from those fruits and vegetables. You can see here some of the statistics. My daughter started taking these products with me almost 8 years ago. She was 5 and she hasn't had one day sick, and she's almost 14, and she used to be always off sick from school. So I'll always be, as a mother, forever grateful for these products. So as well as the fruits and vegetables in capsules and the Healthy Starts for Families, we've got our complete range, which is, as the name suggests, complete. So basically the products here, the main ones, the shakes, you can see in the first picture, basically everything your body needs for a highly nutritious meal in a shake. You can have make it into a smoothie bowl. It's a plant protein powder, and you know, perfect start to have a healthy breakfast. Keeps you going for hours. I'm addicted to how great they make me feel. No mid-morning snacks for me, lots of energy, and you know, I just love how great they make me feel. You can have as a meal replacement any time of day, any meal, pre and post workout. And if you want to lose weight, they're absolutely amazing, because you can have as a really healthy meal replacement, knowing you get all the nutrition your body needs, and lose weight at the same time. So really versatile. We've got our soups and boosters there. I haven't got time to go through them. So whoever put you on the call this evening, just get a bit more information about the products that you're interested in learning more. Next slide, please, James. So our last product launch has just been, and we've got our amazing Perform. As the name again suggests, it's all in the name. It's for performance. So for you people who want to get fit and healthy, so that's what we're all about, Juice Plus, not just being healthy, but fit, the whole lifestyle. It's a whole healthy lifestyle, and this product just fits in absolutely perfect with our products. Have one before or after you go to the gym. Say you have it before you go to the gym, you're going to get better performance, helps to build your muscle mass, and it's fantastic for your recovery as well. Just really helps you recover. So people are getting more out of their workout and more out of their easier recovery. So they're doing more in their fitness regime, whatever that may be. Full of vitamin D's, full of you can read it there. I haven't got time to go through anymore. But yeah, vitamin B's and all the healthy kind of stuff as well. So all our products, absolutely amazing. Plant-based, vegan, organic, the whole work. So if you want to add something healthy to your diet, just give them a go. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And please go back to who put you on the call this evening to get more information. Thanks. And I'll go and take a breath now.
Oh, Paula, absolutely fantastic. You are incredible. And thank you so much for presenting so eloquently our wonderful products. And we are so proud of the Juice Plus products. And it's plant-based, and the amount of effort and time that goes into producing them is really, really epic. So be rest assured that you really have come across something really quite extraordinary here. And we're very, very proud of it. So we are now going to turn over to someone who is going to tell us a little bit about their story, their product story. And Catherine, you very kindly, very bravely agreed to come on. So Catherine, if you could just tell us your story, we would love to hear what your story is with Juice Plus.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me on, James. So I discovered Juice Plus and the products 6 years ago now. And I started just on the capsules. I just had one baby, and I'd just gone back after maternity to work, and I was like the size of a house. So that's what led me to it originally, was to lose a bit of weight. which I did lose a bit of weight. I lost 2 stone within a few months, and then I fell pregnant again. I stuck with the capsules throughout that pregnancy and actually found it a bit of an easier pregnancy. Our baby, unfortunately, was born poorly, and we unfortunately lost her a few weeks after she was born, which sent me into a bit of a slump, a bit of a nosedive, and I found I couldn't eat breakfast. And I suddenly realized, oh, hang on, what? I'm skipping breakfast, and I'm telling everybody else not to skip breakfast. So I started on the shakes at that point, and that was now 5 years ago, and I've not looked back since. I've always had a shake every day for my breakfast since then. My journey on my weight loss has been a bit up and down because I've had 2 more babies since then, but my pregnancies since I've been on the products was so much better. Those last 2 pregnancies I had was so much healthier, and I put it totally down to because I kept with my shake every day for breakfast. The midwife said they were fantastic, said yep, they were fantastic, and she said that they were probably what was stopping me from having morning sickness like I'd had with the first 2, because they weren't giving me a sugar high. So they were giving me that stable sugar throughout the morning, and she was totally happy that I was subbing my breakfast with a shake still, because as long as I had a bit of a snack mid-morning. So because I stuck with those, it meant that actually I didn't gain the weight during those last 2 pregnancies. I actually continued to lose weight during them both, which again is totally healthy. If your BMI is too high and you need to lose weight, that's absolutely totally healthy to do that. And so that's what I did. I had better recovery. All 4 of my babies were born with via C-section, and you'd expect that actually having another C-section after another C-section after another, that your recovery would be slower. But actually, my recovery on my final 2 were actually quicker and easier than on my first 2. And again, I hold that down to the products, because by the time those 2 were arriving, the Omegas were out as well. So I was on the premium capsules and the Omegas, and I was sticking to a shake every day. Again, my boy, after we lost Sophie, my boy was born 8 weeks early. So that meant more time in SCBU, and the shakes were my savior, because anybody who's ever been in hospital and things know that actually you can't get anything when you're in parents' accommodation. You just want to be with them, and the shakes were a savior, so I could just grab a shake and get going. What I really love about these products and these plans, though, is that the journey is your own and you can take it to any pace. So as I said, I did put on the initial weight I lost. I put it back on during that second pregnancy of mine. But then since I got on the shakes and I got back on it properly, I haven't put the weight back on again. So I lost it before those pregnancies and during those pregnancies. And actually, I maintained it for those last 3 years, and I'm now back on my journey again. And so you can do that. You can kind of almost like just press a pause button, and you're pausing your journey, but you're not pausing your healthy lifestyle. So although my weight loss journey was paused, I was still taking my capsules every day, and I've still been having my shake every day. So my actual body is still maintaining its health status. It's just, I just put a pause on my weight loss journey until now. And now I've kickstarted it again. My children get the chews and they love them. They ask for them every morning, bless them. My eldest one's had them since she was 2.5, because that's obviously when I started on them. But the younger ones, literally, as soon as they were kind of on solids, they were on them. So the one who was born prem, obviously he was benefiting from the capsules via my breast milk. And then as soon as he got on the chews, he was getting it from both sides, and we got him on them when he was about 1 year old. And then the youngest one, we started her on them when she was only about 9 months old, because they're so soft, they just melt. You can literally, we sort of broke them in half for them when they first started on them, and they just melted in their mouth. So yeah, that's what I just absolutely love, all the products. And I've recently added the boosters into the regime as well. I know Paula didn't touch on the boosters, but if I can just touch on those quickly. I've added those in only recently because you can't take them when you are pregnant or when you're breastfeeding. And obviously throughout my journey with Juice Plus, I have been pregnant or trying to get pregnant or breastfeeding. But I now only breastfeed Jack sort of once a day. So I kind of added the boosters in, figuring that he's 4 years old. It wouldn't do him too much harm. So I've added those in and I'm loving them. they really do stop you craving, especially those evening snacks. So I had one before my evening meal, and I've just had my evening meal, and my husband will be going off to the fridge to get various things out of the fridge, and it'll be like, oh, do you want this? And I'm like, no, it's fine. I don't even feel the need for it.
Well done. Well done, Catherine. Thank you so much for coming on. I would really, really appreciate it. And what a credible result with your, your morning sickness and your pregnancies, and feeling so good and looking so good afterwards. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much. Well, look, let's move on now. And Howard, if I just say to you, we're running a little bit behind now. It's amazing what everybody's been shared, and thank everybody shared, and particularly Catherine, thank you so much. But Howard, if we could possibly squeeze the business side now down into 5 minutes, that would just be absolutely incredible. And I'll bring us back onto the slides and bring us up to the start of that. So here we go.
Evening, guys. I'll be as quick as I can.
Well done.
And thanks very much, James, and a warm welcome to everybody here, especially those who are looking at this for the very first time. Now, looking at where we are today, there are more than 7,000 people joining the Juice Plus family every single month across the 30 or so countries that we're operating in. And why is that? Well, have a think about it. Never has there been a time in my lifetime, and probably in human history, where there has been greater awareness of personal health and well-being. The reasons for that are pretty obvious. That was before COVID, and now obviously magnified even more. With the turmoil that the pandemic has brought us economically across the world, and a few other things that are going on besides, never has there been a time also where people need to have more money coming into their households. Why? Just to survive. We hear about inflation being the highest it's been for 30 years, 6.2%. The cost of fuel, astronomical. Energy as well, going up through the roof. Just to stay put, people need more money because wages aren't keeping pace, not even close. So people are more than ever open to ideas of how to bring a second income into their house, because they absolutely have to, just to survive. And that's why we're welcoming so many people on board each month. Let's move on, James. So what are we tasked with doing? It's really quite simple. We simply share our story as much as Catherine did just now. We share it with people who we believe would be interested in hearing it. And as such, we will find people who are interested in starting their own health journey, and thereby developing our own customer base. Our partner company, the Juice Plus company, does everything else. They've done all the research and development already. They ship the product, they collect the money, they provide us with the tools that we need, both online and also occasionally face-to-face in terms of events, all these different things that our partner company does. Now, you might think to actually start a business with all that coming from the other side, it's going to cost a great deal of money. Well, I've got news for you, people. It costs the princely sum of £50. That gives you a license to trade. It gives you an e-commerce website and a virtual office, a back office to actually track and develop your business with. All these tools are provided for the princely sum of £50. So let's move on. We've got 4 ways of making money, people. I've only got time to talk about one of them. Now, everybody starts on the left-hand side as a partner. And much as Catherine said, in terms of the actual products themselves, you can set your own pace. You do so with the business as well. You can go as quick or as slow as you like. You can walk up that staircase, run, sprint, or fly. The choice is yours. And there are plenty of people who've done all of those different things. You start as a partner, you move all the way across to the right-hand side, you will pick up nearly £120,000 just in bonuses. And remember, there's 3 other ways of making money. Add those all together, and those income levels are comparable with top executive positions in the corporate world. They really are. But you don't have a boss. You haven't got people trying to take your job from you. You set the pace. You are in charge of your time. Your boss really is your diary. That is it. The flexibility is one of the chief attractions of this business, to say nothing of the other rewards that are available to you. So let's move on from there. How do you actually start, and what can you look to make at right from the get-go? You can literally start making money straight away, because guess what? You actually are paid for your own usage. We can go back to that slide.
Yeah, sorry, Howard.
You get paid for your own usage, which is pretty cool. And in addition to that, if you do find people who want to join you on that health journey, then guess what? You will start to actually attract customers, and thereby there's a very good chance you'll make that first jump up the staircase that we saw, and you'll pick up a bonus of £80. Commissions added to that in your first month, there's a very good chance that that will double. So around about £150, £160 in your first month. So those figures that we saw between £300 and £1,000, they're really quite notional. People do far better than that, can make more money than that. As I say, the pace, and you set the pace yourself. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get the next
slide.
Howard,
I've lost it. I'm so sorry. So we're just, if you just wrap up and then we'll move straight on. Thanks.
One thing that we would say is that at the moment, the Juice Plus world, as I said, covers about 30 countries. The rest of the world is to follow. We're not in Africa. We're not in South America. We've only just touched Asia. We're in 3 small markets in Asia. But to tell you that 9 out of the top 15 countries in the world, 4 billion people in those 9 countries, none of whom have heard of the Juice Plus country. And do you think those people maybe have health concerns, maybe also have economic concerns and looking to bring money into their household? They will share the same concerns that you and I do, people. It's really that simple. And the question we just have to ask ourselves is, how big a part do we want to play? I'll leave that with you and hand you back to James. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Howard. Absolutely incredible. And you did that in record speed. Very, very impressive. So sorry we lost the presentation. I don't know what happened there, but never mind. Anyway, at least it was at the end. Great. So thank you, Howard, so much. And we're now going to welcome our very, very special guest, Charlotte. And Charlotte, are you there?
Good evening. Hi, James. You okay?
Oh, yes, fantastic. And Charlotte, where are you today?
I'm at home. I'm in Leeds.
Lovely.
So, yes,
lovely.
no,
Yeah, a really wonderful place and great entertainment, great fun place. So thank you so much for joining us. We'd love to hear your story. How on earth did you start? How did it all begin for you?
Yeah, not a problem at all. So my journey actually began 8.5 years ago now. It was back in 2013. And what a whirlwind it's been. Honestly, I just feel so privileged and so lucky that I stumbled across the opportunity. I actually came across the opportunity through an old childhood friend of mine, and she basically told me about the opportunity. And to be perfectly honest with you, I had quite a closed mindset back then, and initially I was very skeptical, and I was like, no, it's not for me. And I watched her journey for a little bit, and I thought, wow, like, she's doing incredible. She's doing all these fun things. She's traveling all over the world. The community looked fun. It just looked like she was having a real jolly time. So I thought, do you know what, like, why am I not doing this? So if you take my life back 8.5 years ago, it was very, very different then to what it is now. And it's, all thanks to this incredible business. So back in 2013, I'd come a little bit unstuck in life. I'd split up with a long-term partner. I wasn't in a position to rent a house solo. I was 27 years old at the time. And like a lot of people, I didn't have savings. I didn't have a plan B. I didn't have a backup. So I was actually renting a room. So that's kind of where I was. I always had a great work ethic. I was working full-time in recruitment. I also had a second job to try and top up my income. I had a car on finance, and I don't know about if anybody else feels the same, but I just felt very much like I was kind of existing and not really living. I was just going through the motions day in, day out, day in, day out. And I had a bit of a sort of thing of, is this it? Is this what my life is? And a lot of my friends at this point were settling down. And, by that point, I kind of envisaged my life very different. I thought I'd have, a husband, children, all that sort of thing, a dog. And I literally had none of the above. I didn't have any of that. So long story short, I joined the business, jumped in with both feet, and I told everybody and anyone about the business. Anyone that was in my way, I told about the business. I told about the product. So therefore, my journey went it went very, very quick. So around my full-time job. So if anybody's thinking, I don't have the time, you 1,000,000% do, because I was that person that didn't have the time. I did not have the time. I was working 60+ hours a week, and I hit National Marketing Director in 6 months. I then hit International Marketing Director on month 7. And for me, I'd only joined just so that I could have a bit of extra money. And then as I kind of saw the bigger picture, I thought, okay, so what I really want to do is to get on the property ladder, which is what I was enabled to do. And that, for me, if that had been all that I'd have done, then that would have been enough, because that was, for me, was like a pipe now that property is actually a rental property for me now. So I rent it out and make an income for that. And yeah, and then the thing for me that was the best thing, it's quite a private thing. I don't often share this because I don't know who's sort of listening, but I don't think it's going to be anybody that will know me. But last year, at the beginning of the year, a few years ago, my parents unfortunately came a little bit unstuck with my dad's business and this sort of thing. And they always gave me the best life growing up. And it pained me that they had to rent a house for quite a lot of years, you know, after, you know, everything that they'd done. And I was able to get them on the property, back on the property ladder last year. So I actually bought them a house. So that for me was like phenomenal. So, and I now live here. So this is like my house. This is like my dream home, my family home now. You know, I've got a lovely car, I've got a lovely life, I'm getting married in June, and, you know, no expense spared. And literally, this is all down to this business. Monetary aside, like, it's just been life-changing for me. You know, I've now got two young children. And yeah, I think that the most important thing to me that it's given me is the time freedom to have with them, and just to be with them, you know, day in, day out. And it's just literally been amazing. So, you know, money aside, all, you know, as fantastic as it is, and it makes the world go around, for me, it's just being with my little babies every single day. So yeah, that's pretty much my journey.
Charlotte, what an incredible story. And thank you so much for being so honest and transparent about everything that has happened to you. And really, it is extraordinary, the changes that you've had in your life, the progress, you know, absolutely phenomenal. But, you know, a lot of people are going to be sitting and thinking, well, great, you know, what on earth did she do to get this sort of progress? So can you just give us a few tips for people thinking, well, look, I really want to make this sort of progress, Charlotte. How should I do it? What are the keys? Can you give us some of those?
Absolutely. I just think, do not leave any stone unturned. Do not assume that people wouldn't be interested, because I think to a lot of people, I would have been that person that didn't need the business and I didn't need the products, when actually, you know, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and I needed this business more than anybody would have ever have known. So I would just say, first and foremost, you know, touch base with your warm market, which are your friends and your family. Now, that might not always be your warmest market initially, and it certainly wasn't for me. So, you know, whoever you sign up with, we can help you build a whole new audience. You know, there's billions of people at your fingertips. You know, please don't think nobody would buy from me. You know, there's always kind of people that have the objections like, I won't be able to sell. You don't need to be able to sell. We are sharing and we're caring. That is literally it. And you know, people that think they don't have the time, you absolutely do have the time. You know, carve a little bit of time out in order to make this work for you. And then once you understand and appreciate and you've seen the bigger picture, you know, you literally have got the most incredible opportunity at your fingertips, and it's kind of like our duty to share it. So something that I offer my guys when I get sign-ups is a launch call, and they work incredibly well. So I do a call very similar to this, and I get people to invite all their people on, and that sort of helps them as well. And you know, we've got so many events, so many training calls. There's so many things, you know, we're all privy to the same tools. I'd just say really utilize them. We've got an incredible, you know, online virtual office where there's all the blueprint, there's all the training. Just really utilize everything that's there for you, because there's absolutely nothing special about me. So if I can do the business, then you 1,000,000% can as well. So I would just say, you know, work closely with whoever, you know, you come into the business with. Work closely. If you're teachable, you can get anywhere. You really can. So I'd just say work super closely with your upline. Tune into as much as you can. Get to the events, the power of the events. You know, we know what it's like. You go and it's a feeling like, that's literally the game changer. So just funnel into all these things that are available to us, and I have no doubt that you'll just absolutely thrive in the business, because, you know, it's just absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend it enough.
Great. Well, Charlotte, thank you so much. I mean, really, you know, you are speaking the reality of the success of the company, which we are so proud of. And obviously, we're incredibly looking forward to the conference in May. Are you going? May the 20th?
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm not quite sure of the logistics because my partner's at Tony's stag do that weekend. I was like, are you being serious? So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with children, but I'll be there.
Yeah.
Rain, wind or shine, I'll be there.
That's wonderful. And can you just tell us very quickly, what do you feel is the big thing about the event? What is the thing that really is the real appeal of an event?
Oh, honestly, if I could bottle it up, honestly, I absolutely would. There's so many different things about the events. It's just hearing from the different speakers. It's hearing from all different walks of life. You know, there's all kind of people that you'll hear from, and it's just super powerful and it's really moving. You know, I always feel quite emotional hearing a lot of the stories, and the training is second to none. And not only that, you know, like, you don't want to be working remotely, you know, we want to be together and, you know, having a giggle and, you know, going to the parties, and it's just everything. And honestly, off the back of attending the events as well, very often you end up building a team that way, because people are like, wow, like, I want to do what she's doing. I want a piece of that pie. It looks amazing. So there's just so many different dimensions, you know, so many different things as to why we need to go to the events, because they're absolutely just out of this world. They really are. We
really look forward to seeing you then. And thank you, everyone, very, very much indeed for coming on. Thank you, Charlotte, so much for your contribution coming on. Thank you, Catherine, very much. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Howard. Next week, we won't be online because we're going to be at the Hard Rock Hotel in London. So that's going to be great. Same time, but different location. And then this Saturday, we've got the Coffee Success training from 10 till 12, which will be amazing. 6 speakers, 15 minutes each. And our headline speaker is Danny Kumru. So that will be really, really epic. But thank you, everyone, so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you coming on. It's such an honor for us to present this business every week. And we hope you've enjoyed it. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. Thank you.
Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.